and reverses to park. Without indicating, she starts squeezing her enormous car into a spot that leaves no room for error. Except she makes one, backing straight into a Land Cruiser parked by the side of the road next to me. It is more than a nudge, but less than a crunch. Her mouth is reflected in the rear mirror, and I read the emotions. The roundness of the initial shock, the downward sag of realization, then the guilty glance over her shoulder as if trying to assess the damage. Almost as quickly she faces forward, lips determined, and rejoins the traffic. Beside me, the Land Cruiser's door opens. A man gets out, ripped jeans, a loose t-shirt, mid-brown hair cropped close to his head, a widow's peak, clutching a mobile phone. He is so angry, it has a cartoonish quality, as if a black cloud hangs above his head. He throws the phone inside the car and slams the door. Not stopping to check for damage, he marches stiff-legged around my bumper. By the time he reaches her, he is shouting, "You stupid fucking bitch!" he yells. "You were going to drive away!" He smacks his hand against her window so hard that the momentum pushes him back and he launches again. Shocked faces surround me, frozen like shop dummies, all of us waiting to see which of us will do something. His voice sounds familiar. Putting up the window, as a precaution, my brain whirs through the index of faces that is my own personal identity parade. Luke Tyrrell pops into my head, and when a mop of curly hair is added to the angry profile, it's confirmed, even though I haven't seen him since we were bored, stupid teenagers. Part of me is amazed that he has aged 20 years all at once, but the rest of me is more concerned that he seems to have turned psychotic. If the woman in front of me had any brains, she would do a U-turn and drive off. But the car, too clean, too new, suggests she isn't a local. Maybe she's desperately checking her phone for an alternative route back to the city. Maybe she's just frozen. Now, Luke is pulling on her door handle, but it's locked, so he kicks the door instead, a nasty, vicious kick designed to dent. The woman is getting out of her seat, scrambling onto the passenger side. Luke launches himself onto the bonnet, slamming his hands down against her windscreen, his face distorted. He is hitting so hard that the car is actually rocking. The Sticker family cheerfully wobbles as if they're waving goodbye. Do I call the police? The station is only a couple of streets away, within running distance, but it might be shut with those on shift out along the coast. The public expects the police to be genies, magically summoned with a phone call. Still, there is a chance they could be nearby, up on the highway in a booze bus, or raising revenue by issuing speeding tickets. I hunt around the car for my discarded phone, which has somehow managed to slip between the seats and fall into the footwell behind me, out of reach. How long has all this taken? A minute? 2? Luke is on fast forward when everyone else is caught on pause. My clumsy hands open the door and I stumble onto the road. I don't even know what my plan is. Call out to him and say, "Hi, it's me, Eliza, remember when?" In the Mini behind me is a teenage girl, a learner's permit stuck to her windscreen. Her mother is in the passenger seat. The same look of horror is clear on both generations. The girl has her phone out, videoing, while the mum has another phone up to her ear. She mouths "police" to me. A man jogs up the hill towards us. He's dressed in jeans and a dark polo shirt, with a ridiculous green hat on top of his head. A cheap novelty plush one, like he's celebrating St. Patrick's Day at an office do a couple of weeks early. He approaches Luke, calling out as if he's trying to calm down a horse. "Whoa there," he says. "Come on, big fella." He reminds me of my father, calm in a crisis. As he passes by, he winks at me, like he's a superhero in his spare time. Then he walks straight up to Luke and asks him what he is doing. His accent is Irish. Or maybe that's just the hat talking. It's the way he sounds conversational that impresses me most. No judgment, just genuine interest, like they know each other, that they might be friends. "You're frightening her," he says, pointing at the car. Luke turns his head and there's a pause in the yelling as he gets off the bonnet, but only for a moment and then it starts again. All about the damage to his car and how she was going to drive off. Other people start to appear, like rabbits being pulled out of the green.